thank you so much for being here.
My entire pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I feel like I would be making a misstep if I didn't start this thing off with a big thank you, because I remember watching you in Happy Gilmore in the original one, and at the time my grandma was a little bit sick and I was very worried about her and everything, and I was sitting with my mom and we were watching Happy Gilmore, and I was like, just watching your performance. It's such an incredible movie, and like the time that I was laughing, I just didn't think about any of it. And it's like, I don't know if you get stories like that all the time, but like, especially this moment I'll never forget is when you are trying to like, you're trying to like, I think do some short game, and people are partying, because this is the part in the movie where Happy's like taking over, changing golf, and you turn around, you're like, damn you people, this is golf! And then you tap it in and you're like, yeah! And that moment has made me laugh ever since, and I cannot thank you enough.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Indebted.
I got to say something, though. You know, Adam Sandler's movie's got a lot of heart in it. Now, the first one had a lot of heart and was all about his grandma. So it was kind of a great thing. He was fighting to get grandma's house back. And in this one that's going to kill tonight, it's amazing how much heart is in it. Julie Bowen's amazing. Adam's amazing to work with. But he always feels it with heart and family. And that makes the world of difference. It's why we go to the movies, to feel that kind of emotion. So kudos to him and kudos to Netflix for making a big, big, big opening.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I have always wondered, do you golf in real life?
I do.
You do?
I love the game of golf. I don't play as good as some of our people that are in our movie, because we got all these crazy cameos. I think it's leaked a little bit out there what kind of players we have, but I would stand back and watch them in awe all day long. Amazing golfers. I play a lot for charities. I raise money for Make-A-Wish Foundation, for Jim Kelly, my dear friend, Buffalo Bill guy, for Kelly for Kids, awesome guy. St. Jude with Patrick Warburton. You go out there, you're playing a scramble, basically, the best ball, and it's quicker, funner, because you're all having a good time and you're doing it for a great cause, and I think that's always a blessing to give back like that. So
no, 100%, absolutely. You are a phenomenal actor. You've been in like over 100 films, like 40 stage productions and everything, and a lot of people know you like as Shooter, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's actually a thing that like my grandpa used to do sometimes, is that even if he saw somebody in another movie, rather than learning their name, he would just do his favorite role they were in the other movie. So like if he saw you in Grease 2, he'd be like, I know Shooter was in Grease 2. Man, Shooter killing it in Grease 2.
That's funny.
Yeah. And so I wonder what it's like to play all these different roles and be known by so many for one of them.
It's incredible to have something like Shooter McGavin and Happy Gilmore in my filmography, because people don't even know my name. They just go, Shooter! And, okay. You go any airport, walk down the street in New York City. Used to be like, I was working with the great Kirstie Alley, and I was a very mean husband in that one, but very funny. And it's like, and they would stop me and say, "Now, why are you so mean to her? What are you doing?" And so I thought, it's kind of crazy. They're going to do it anyway, and I just embrace it. I love the fans. I give back as much as I can. I just think that it's the fans that keep this thing going, and so call me whatever you want, but I know it's always going to be Shooter.
Yeah. Oh man. Now, you were absolutely incredible in Hacks. You were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know I'm not the first person to tell you, but I feel like I should be another person to tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you get cast as like the villain or a bad guy or a guy who has to like come to his senses a lot. Like, what is it like to play a bad guy but know you're a good person?
It's called acting. I do it. I tell you, I do a little research on the people. I think you must have a bad guy to feed your leading man, especially in Happy Gilmore. You got to hate the shooter. You got to love to hate him too, because a lot of people do. So it's really interesting to see that happen in Hacks, which is such a brilliant written show. I mean, it's won many, many awards. It's just the trio that put it together are fantastic. They've been friends forever. They're all very funny people. And then there's Gene Smart and Hannah Einbinder, who are blow your mind, great. And then there's all our other people that are in the show that are just fantastic. And the writing makes all the difference in the world. So I'm kind of a bad guy. I have to be. I get her out of the business, of my hotel. I'm up in Vegas, but I'm always in her life because we've had this history together. And in the show and in life, she's an old pal for 30 years. So it's really great to be working on that show, and I feel blessed every day. I really do when I'm working.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm curious then because the reason I asked the first question was basically I wonder if knowing that you're such a sweet person, I had actually heard about you before I ever met you and how cool you were and everything, and nice. Some of the charity work that you've done and stuff. And so in my head I'm like, oh, he must get it all out when he's Shooter. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You wanted to curse out somebody at the hotel.
Yeah,
and you're like, nope, save it, use it, use it. And then you're filming and you're like, okay, let it
rip. Yeah. It's kind of true, actually. Yeah. Very, very well done there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's a moment you knew you were using it? What's a moment you were like, ooh, I want to let loose on this guy?
Yeah.
But...
Okay. I'm in the theater in New York City, and one of my pet peeves is the phones going off during production of the show, and you don't get it. Bring, bring, bring. And it's like, I'm gonna have to kill him. It's very, very annoying. Yeah. And at the same time, when they finally get it, and then someone else's phone goes off, I'm like, people, please shut your phones off when you go to the theater. Because the theater's sacred. It's unbelievable. I've done 3 Broadway shows. It's one of the biggest thrills of my life also. And it just happened the other night when I was seeing Gene Smart doing her Call Me Izzy, and she's amazing in it. And the phone goes off, and you just want to... So I hold off. I got off. And then I basically... vent it when I get out, because you can do anything in New York City. You can just yell stuff. So I just get it out.
Yeah. Do you ever yell in New York and then another guy's like, you read my mind?
They're really not probably bright enough to say you read my mind. They go, yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah. Some of that.
Yeah. Take that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
I have also been curious, is there a role, out of all the things that you've already done, that you still want to do? Is there still a character that you want to play, or is there still a type,
Yeah, I would tell you, to be totally honest, I think I would love to do a love story. It's one of the few things I've done. I've done musicals, I've done dramas, I've done historical pieces, I've done all these great genres on television and everything like that, but a true love story, I'm getting a little, getting up there in the old age, and it's time. It just would fill my heart with joy to do that, to have a real great leading man part like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's not going to be a problem because you are very tall and good looking. This is,
Oh, all right.
Even that there, even the lean, that was a good looking man's lean.
Good lean.
Even when you were like, No, absolutely.
You're a funny man.
I would love to see that. I would 100% love to see that.
Yeah, I'll put it out there in the universe. Gonna visualize it, make it happen.
Yeah.
So I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that could be like an arc, maybe in a show that you're already doing.
Maybe, I like the way you're thinking there. I see where you're going.
Yeah, I mean, because you're already hanging out with them. You might as well be like, hey, why don't you just... Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely love that, yeah.
What is the thing now that separates the actor that you felt like you were when you started your career from the actor that you are now? Because obviously people learn lessons in everything.
Yeah.
And I find that when really great artists make their art their work, there can be a little bit of a loss of the shine to it, because now it's not the thing you do when you're not at work, it's the thing that you do to eat. And those type of things put extra pressure on the thing that is your creativity. Yep. So what changes have you seen in your acting approach from when you started to present day?
That's a very deep question, my friend. And an acting career is very, very difficult. You start out, it's like a roller coaster. You're going up, you get a job, and then you don't work for a couple of weeks, and then, or 3 weeks, or a month, and then it's very hard to keep that momentum going. What you want to do is get in a hit. That's always helpful, because if people know you and they say, oh my God, like when I hit Thelma and Louise was huge for me. I was the jerky husband, and thank you. And what had happened was she had to choose whether to go over the cliff or go back to her jerky husband. Yeah. She chose the cliff, and that was good use of a jerky character. But that opened so many doors for me. I was meeting with great directors that I've always admired, and that kind of thing, that kind of momentum is what you want as an actor. And it doesn't always come. And like I say, it's a roller coaster. And then you just go, okay, what do I need to do? And I watch film a lot. I mean, I watch a film a day, just a movie, just to keep going, watching the work that's going out by these wonderful actors. And having worked with a lot of these actors, it's a joy just to talk actors. Actors are great people, by the way, really fun, really curious, really, they find things in life and they bring it to their work. And then that's exactly what I do. I just think it's a gas to do that. I steal like an artist.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's phenomenal. Now, I had one last thing. Sometimes at the end, you'll shake hands, you'll wave and everything, but it's my first week. I'm trying to do things a little differently, and I have you here, which is such a blessing. Yeah. So I was wondering if you play a little golf with me.
This will be fun.
It is all we could afford. Now, I don't know what the thick one versus the thin one is called, but basically, I'll give you this guy.
Oh, I'm so happy. Okay? This is fantastic.
I think we may have to share this one. I don't know if this is the beginning one or the end one.
That's the driver. Yeah, you'll need driver with this one.
Okay.
Ridiculous. Okay.
Okay, got you.
So
I might even put the driver away.
Yeah, that's a putter right there.
Okay, this is a putter.
Or a toothpick. I don't know which.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, so I think you put the balls in this section, right?
This is the hole. This is a flag.
Okay.
You get it through the two bad things. They're called. Those are the sand pits. You want to stay out of those sand pits.
Okay.
And get it to this circle thing. That's called the hole. So you want to putt it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you like to go first, or should I go first?
I'll watch you. That's your show. Here we go.
All right.
Good luck.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You put a lot of Stoozy on that.
Yeah. That was a mistake.
I'm gonna start mine over here.
Okay.
The shooters still have it in the miniature world. We'll see.
Yeah.
Close.
Oh. Okay.
Now you can go back. You can hit your second shot, or you could do it again, because we're making the rules up right now.
Okay. I think I'll go for second shot.
Attaboy.
Because I think I can. Okay.
You have to get around that tree. That's tricky.
Yes.
Just go look over there and just pull a little foot wedge.
Okay. I went tree for tree.
There you go.
You go ahead.
All right. So I'm still back here. So I'm gonna. Oh, geez, did it fall there? Here we go. Oh my goodness. Here we go.
No, you
Come
got
on,
some good
sweetheart.
space.
Get over there.
Okay.
It's just the hardest game in the world.
All
That's all there is to it.
All right. So here we go. Bow. That.
Always let the host win. Gosh, you're right there. Do it again.
Is that the rule?
That's the rule when you're on a TV show. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'll finish it for you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Get in there. There it is.
Hey.
Still got it.
Happy Gilmore 2 will be released globally on Netflix July 25th. Christopher McDonald.